Hello and welcome, nursing students. My name is Young and Kim, and I'm a librarian here at the GCC Library. Today, we're going to be spending some time looking at CINAHL, which is a nursing and allied health sciences database, a resource that you're going to be using throughout your time as nursing students and as nurses working in clinical settings. CINAHL is an important resource as you engage in evidence-based practice, where you'll be collecting, processing, and implementing research findings in order to improve clinical practice, patient outcomes, and your work environment. During our time together today, we'll be looking at how to access GCC library databases, how to conduct a basic keyword search in CINAHL, how to use the options within the database to refine your search results, how to access the full text of an article, and finally, how to grab the APA citation for the sources that you're going to use in your assignment. Let's get started.
Welcome to the library's homepage, which you can get to from the link on the GCC website or by going to gcc.mass.edu/library. The library's website is a great resource where you can access our databases, find citation guides, or get in touch with a librarian, among other useful resources. Before we dive into the CINAHL database, I do want to mention that you need a GCC library card in order to access any of our databases. If you don't have one, you'll need to click the Get a Library Card link located on the main menu bar here. And that will take you to a page where you can fill out a form. Once you submit that form, a library staff member will get back to you via email with your new library account information. I do encourage you to get your library card sooner rather than later, as your request for a card will only be processed during our service hours. So let's get into the CINAHL database. To access our databases, you'll need to click the Databases link located on the library homepage. The link is also located throughout the library's website. This will take you to an A to Z alphabetical listing of all of the library's databases, and if you scroll down to the C's, you'll see CINAHL Plus with full text. When you click that link, you'll be taken to a page where you have to log in using your library account information. And once you log in, that'll take you to the advanced search page for the database. Searching in an academic database such as CINAHL is similar to searching in a commercial search engine like Google. You plug in some keywords or phrases and you get search results. But when engaging in academic research, it's helpful to be more thoughtful and strategic about the keywords you search in order to get more useful search results. I'm going to go over some of the basics of keyword searching in CINAHL, but eventually you'll be learning how to use the PICO method as a framework for posing a clinical research question, searching in a database, and even for examining the utility of potential sources. A very basic and broad search might involve simply plugging in a simple keyword, such as the word jaundice. I'm rarely going to search just a single keyword, however, because chances are that would give me thousands of search results, and it would be really difficult for me to trudge through those thousands of search results in order to find the handful of articles that are going to be the most useful to me. So if I add an additional keyword or phrase, that'll help narrow down my search results and get me closer to what I'm looking for. I'm going to add the phrase light therapy. I'm referring to this as a phrase because when those two words, light plus therapy, come together, we think of a particular concept or idea. The use of light in the treatment of a physical or mental illness, and in order for the database to know that this is the concept we're trying to search, we need to put the two words in quotation marks like this. Jaundice does not need quotation marks because it is a standalone keyword. Notice that while these two keywords and phrases are in two separate search boxes, they're connected right here by the word and. If you do this little drop down menu here, you'll see that you have some different options. And shows up by default, and that's actually what we want in this case because we want our search results to include both of these things. We want all of the articles to be about jaundice and light therapy. You might have noticed that as I was typing in the word jaundice, the database actually suggested additional related keywords and phrases or synonyms for the word jaundice. So in this case, if I select this option here, I'm actually going to be asking the database to search for different ways of saying the same thing. In this case, jaundice or hyperbilirubinemia or bilirubin. You'll notice that the words here are all connected by or. So similar to what we saw in this drop-down menu here, what's happening is I'm telling the database to search either of those things, jaundice or hyperbilirubinemia or bilirubin. Give me all of those things. If I do the same thing with light therapy, you'll see again that I have, the database has given me some suggestions here for different ways of searching the same thing. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to select light therapy or light treatment, or this last word right here is phototherapy. So by searching the synonyms, I'm actually increasing the number of search results I'm going to get, and I'm going to account for different ways of saying the same thing. Before I hit search, I'm going to scroll down really quickly and we're going to take a look at these search options. The search options are really useful and another way for us to narrow our search results. And that's because typically your professor is going to specify the types of sources you're allowed to use for a particular assignment. In this case, for Nursing 112, Professor Dent has specified that we need to find specific types of sources. We need to find at least 2 nursing articles from peer-reviewed journals published in the last 7 years. We also need an additional article from either a nursing journal, but it can also come from different fields of practice that are related, including anything in medicine, social work, public health, school health, etc. And finally, you need to find at least 1 policy from a government website and or professional organization website. But those you're going to search, for that last one, you're going to search on your own, probably in Google. So given the types of sources that we're allowed to use, I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to look at the published date for the search results, and I'm going to limit those. I want the earliest articles to come from 2014, and the most recent to 2021, because I want to only have results that come from the last 7 years. I'm going to also look at peer reviewed and click that option. And if you scroll down, you'll see that you also have the ability to specify a journal subset. So in this case, I might come in here and click core nursing. And if I scroll down a little further, I'll have a nursing option. And I'm going to select those because I want the database at this point to only give me nursing journals in this search results. You're going to really want to play around with these various options in addition to your keywords and phrases, because anytime you make changes or tweaks, you're going to get search results. Ultimately, in the research process, you're going to find that you're going to make many tweaks, and you're going to search your topic a dozen, maybe a couple dozen different ways before you find the best sources for your paper. So now that I've clicked these various options and selected my options, I'm going to scroll up and click the search button. On the results page, I can see right off the bat that I got 48 results given the combination of keywords and phrases I entered into the search boxes and the search options that I selected on the previous page. When you're engaging in a research process, you do want to play around with those keywords and phrases and search options, because each time you search, you're going to get slightly different search results. And in a research process, you'll find that you're going to have to do a dozen or so different combinations in order to find the sources that are going to best serve the purposes of your assignment or project. As I scroll through the search results, I can see a couple of things. I can see the title of the article, I can see where the article was published, as well as the year of publication. If I want to take a closer look at the article, I can click the title of it, and it will then take me to a detailed record for the article. On this page, I typically scroll down to the abstract, which is a summary of the contents of the article itself. By reading the abstract, I can get a really good idea of right off the bat whether or not that article is going to be of use to me. For the purposes of the topic paper, I'm looking for articles that reflect evidence-based practice. In other words, I want to know that the author or the practitioner has engaged in a research process where they have implemented a particular intervention, and they are then sharing the results of that study with me. They are sharing the patient outcomes, right? Hopefully they're demonstrating that that particular intervention has led to positive outcomes. If I decide that I want to access the full text of this article because it does indeed look useful to me, I will look for the PDF full text article on the left-hand side here, and that will take me to the full text. If I decide, yes, this is definitely something I want to hold on to and use in my project, I have a couple of choices. I can look to the upper right-hand side here where it says download, and I can download the article, save it to my laptop or thumb drive. I can also print the article, or I can email this record to myself so that I can link back to it at a later time. I'm going to click back to the detailed record, and I want to really quickly show you the cite option here. If you click that cite button, it'll open up a little section up top here where it will show you the article in various citation formats. And for the field of nursing, we are interested in APA citation. At this point, you can copy and paste this citation into your references page. This is a super useful tool because anytime you use an article in a project, you're going to want to make sure that you cite it properly. And you want to do this for two primary reasons. One, you want to demonstrate to your instructor and to your peers that you have done your due diligence, that you've done your research, that you are using the best information possible to make your argument, to demonstrate the thing that you set out to demonstrate, etc. The second reason you want to do that is you want to ensure that you're not engaging in plagiarism. You want to give credit where credit is due. So make sure you always grab the citation and plug that into your references page, and that you're properly citing it within your paper itself. The last thing I want to show you very briefly is what to do if the search results you get include articles that we don't have full text access to. You do have the option on the previous advanced search page or under refine results to click full text, but I find that oftentimes when I click full text, I'm not happy with the search results we get because it's excluding anything that we don't have full text or access to, and oftentimes that is excluding a lot of valuable articles. So I prefer to search without clicking that, but you'll see that when you do that, you're going to see lots of search results that don't include that full text option. So for instance, this article right here doesn't include that PDF full text icon, but I might decide after reading the abstract that it is indeed something that I want to use for my paper. So what's great is that the library offers a free interlibrary loan service where we will request the full text of this article on your behalf. In order to place an interlibrary loan request, you can go to the library's homepage, scroll to the We Don't Have It option on the main menu here, and then click Interlibrary Loan. That will take you to a page where you can click the Request a Journal Article tab, and then you'll fill out your contact information and finally the citation information for the article itself. And the library will obtain a copy of that article on your behalf and send it to you as a PDF through email. Interlibrary loan does take a little bit of time, so you want to make sure that if you're going to go this route, you give yourself plenty of time to receive the article in time to meet your paper deadline. That's basic searching in CINAHL. Basic searching really is just a starting point, however. You'll be learning about PICO questions in this course and how to use this device to construct a clinical research question, which will serve as an efficient framework for searching in a database. Please do get in touch if you need further assistance. You can reach out to me directly, or you can reach out to the library in general, and we would be more than happy to lend a hand. We can answer questions via chat, email, or phone. Or we can also set up a one-on-one research appointment via a platform like Zoom, where we can really go in depth on your topic. We're deeply invested in you and your success, and we're ready to help. Thank you for your time and hope to see you soon.